In this video, I will be showing you how to cut glass. So we're going to be doing some basic things to figure out how to do this exercise here. So I'm going to show you different ways to break and cut glass. First off, remember to wear your proper PPEs, so personal protective equipment. So make sure you have safety glasses on. All right, and you're going to need a cutting mat like this and a texture mat on top. And to make it easier for cleanup, I would suggest putting newspaper down on top. So if you have a big sheet of newspaper, go ahead and put that down so that at the end, when you have all your glass shards, you can just dump that out. Now, remote students, when you're done cleaning up, you can just recycle everything to your recycling bin. Here at school, we have a bucket for the broken glass, okay? So my setup is all ready here. I have my cutting mat, my textured, and then I have my newspaper on top. I'm going to put down a piece of manila paper so you guys can see the glass a little bit better. And then you're going to need some lubricants, some glass cutting oil. That's what it's in here. You will need your glass cutter like that. We have the wheel end, and then we also have the ball end. And then you'll need a Grozing plier. Okay, so first off, we're going to practice cutting with the smaller pieces of glass here. So here I have the smaller pieces of glass. The very first thing we're going to learn to do is how to score the glass so you can prep it to cut. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the wheel here. We're going to press down a score line, and with that score line, that's going to allow us to shape and break our glass. So I would suggest you use a Sharpie at first to draw your score line, and take your little piece of extra glass and you're going to draw a line, and we're going to follow that line. Okay, that's going to be our score line. So with the wheel and the glass cutter, what I like to use my pointer finger here, and I like to use my put the ball in the palm of my hand like this, and I like to drag it across like that. So what you want to do is you want to apply a decent amount of pressure. With my opposite hand here, I'm going to just hold down the glass so it doesn't move on me. And again, the only way you're going to get cut is if you don't clean up the little shards of glass that start to appear as we break the glass. So don't be too scared about touching the edges of the glass. It's not going to be the edge that cuts you. It's going to be little shards that will basically cut you. Okay, so make sure you have your dust pad ready to sweep up any areas that might get too much shrapnel. Okay, so again, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to score along that line. And you should be able to hear your score line, and if you're pressing hard enough, you should be able to see that Sharpie line jump. All right, the very first type of break I want you to try is we're going to do the tapping break. So we just scored it on this side. Then I want you guys to flip the glass over on the side that you did not draw or score on, and you're going to use the ball of the glass cutter and you're going to tap. So just like this, you're going to tap along that score line, and it should fall apart. So that was a tapping break. Okay, the next one we're going to do, again, this one, again, we're going to do score. So I'm drawing my guideline, scoring along that line. This is going to be the hand brake. This one's a little scary. Make sure you have enough glass on both sides. You can only do this when you have enough glass on both sides, but you're going to go like this, and you're going to pull apart. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pull up and out like that. Okay, so that's the hand brake. All right, we're going to score again. All right, this time we're going to be using the Grozing plier. This is going to allow us to break. Might be a little bit easier for some of you, but what you're going to do, this is the Grozing plier. Again, this is great for breaking smaller pieces. For instance, for our mosaic project, this would be a great tool for you. Basically, you're going to take this. We have a curved side, and then we have a flat side. So this bottom edge is like the jaw, and this top edge is like the top of the mouth. So what you want to do is you want to have this flat side on top, like so. then we want to make sure that our Grozing plier is parallel with our score line. So notice how this line is parallel, and notice how the bottom part here, this is the side that we did not score on. So let's focus in a little bit more for you guys to see. So now with your hand, you're going to place it on this side, and you're just going to pull up, and this should break like so. Okay. Again, try it again. Be super careful if you guys are scared. What might help too with the Grozing plier is if you tap it first. So we can tap it, and then we can come back with the Grozing plier and chip away at this. Okay, so why don't you guys try this a few times on your scrap. So tap it a little bit. Then again, take your Grozing plier. Again, I have my flat side on top, the curved side on the bottom. So go ahead and try that with the Grozing plier. Again, tapping. Again, we want to put the flat side on top, the curved side on the bottom, and then we're just going to break. Okay, so those are the simple breaks again. We did the tapping method. So scoring, then we tapped, then we did a handbrake like this, tapping a little bit, and then using my hand here, pulling, and then the last one was using the Grozing plier. Tapping a little bit and breaking. Now for cleanup, what you're going to do, you can simply take your newspaper or construction paper, go like this, walk it over to your garbage and throw it out. For kids that are here with me at school, you're going to be dumping it into the clear glass bin. And then you also want to sweep up your area, getting your dustpan, sweeping up any little pieces of glass. And now we should be ready to start the exercise.